Hey everybody, and welcome back. As you can see today, I'm shooting my bow, getting ready for archery season. And yeah, this is what we're going to be running with for the season. We're just going to go over my bow, we're going to go over my arrows, and everything I'm going to do this year to make this my best season ever. So stay tuned as we jump in to what we've got going on this hunting season and what you guys are going to be excited for as we jump into hunting season 2023. Let's get in. Alright, so today we have my bow. This is a Matthews Vertex. I have 29-inch draw length. I'm shooting 60 pounds, and so we're using a tube peep sight. I've just found the rotation for those is better for me personally. So if you're having a problem with like a normal peep sight falling out or getting out of tune with your bow, that kind of thing, try the peep sight or the tube peep sight. I really think that they stay in rotation better. The next thing that I have, and I'm going to go over, is my sight. I have the Schaefer XV sight, and I really like this because it pushes your arrow like this into a V, and it's a lot more stable than all the other ones. It can't move at all. Like with a normal, like a Matthews one, they slide up like this and it can bounce around, but with a Schaefer XV sight, it is pinned in there until you release that arrow to the target, and then it pops out and it's perfect. Really stable. Another great thing about all Schaefer products, they're all made in America, so if you're looking to support a good American company, definitely check out Schaefer. I'm also shooting a Schaefer sight, and this is a Schaefer Opposition Air. It's a 4-pin, and I'm good out to about 40-ish yards. Probably won't be taking anything past 35 on a deer, just because I don't want to really stretch one out there, wound a deer like I had the last couple years. We're getting away from that. This is the year we're going to get a bunch of deer down. I have the most time I've ever had. I have the most bucks on camera that I've ever had. So I'm really excited about this year. I've been shooting a lot. I've never been good out to 40 until this year, so I'm really excited. Shooting better than I ever have, as you can see behind me. We are shooting at the Transformer by Morel target, and we put 4 of them right there in the heart. And now I'm going to put the bow down, and we're going to go over what I have arrow-wise. So this is my arrow setup. We have nitro vanes here, which I'm really like, and then I put a 15 grain extra vinyl wrap on here. It just gives a little bit extra weight, and it really looks sick. This year I'm going to be shooting a 1 3/8 Grim Reaper mechanical broadhead. I'm excited to see how much cut those have. I would go bigger, but I'm only pulling back 60 pounds like I said earlier, so I'm not, I can't go up to that 2-inch whitetail special like I want to, but that's hopefully next year. I'm shooting a Carbon Express Maxima Red 350. That is what arrow model I'm shooting, and I really like how these have turned out. We just made them, so I'm really excited about that. Got the nitro vanes. What we're doing is we have a batch of the red and white, and then we have a pink and white. I personally like the pink and white ones better, but they fly the exact same way because they're the exact same make. There's nothing different about any of them. So I'm probably going to be using those a lot this year. I probably won't switch arrows at all this year. I like where I'm at. I'm sitting just above 400 grains, I believe. I'm a little lighter, but that's how I want to be. And then what I'm mostly going to be doing this year for hunting when I'm actually in the woods is I'm going to be on the ground a lot. I've been hanging a lot of drippers, hanging a lot of cameras around my public land spots, and then I have a really good spot in my food plot that I have a ground blind brushed in really nicely to. And then I have just one tree stand. I'm looking to get a camera arm, so when we get that up, we'll get in that stand. I got a camera by that. We got drippers, we got cameras everywhere, like I was saying. This year I'm doing Wildlife Research Center. I have their spray is what I'm going to be using. I have all of their drippers, their scents, like the golden estrus, that's really going to be good come rut time. I got the wipes, the deodorant, all the really good stuff that you need. Coming, in a couple days, I'm going to need to spray down all my clothes, put it in a container, and seal that thing up. So the opening day, I'm scent free. Those deer are going to walk right in, downwind, and not even pay attention to me, and we're going to smoke a deer. That's really what I'm hoping for. So you guys better stay tuned because it's coming this weekend. Sunday is opening day, so it's coming up fast and I'm shooting really well. I'm really excited. For fooling those deer to thinking there's deer in, I have a decoy that I won't probably be using till late October, early November. But then I will be calling them in with the extinguisher and black rack. I really like how loud they are, really easy to transport, and I can just put it in my backpack and go. But while we're on the subject of backpack, I want to talk about my camo, because Huntworth Camo, they also make this really good backpack, and that's what I've been using this year. I can fit a lot into it, and I can put my camera stuff, I can put everything I need, my rangefinder, extra cameras, drippers, scents, all that I need to, so that I can be as lethal and as ethical out there in the woods. And all I really have to carry around with me is my bow in my backpack. And I'm going to be using Huntworth Camo this year. They have great stuff from early season to their new heat boost. I really like the heat boost. We used it a little bit last winter when we were down in Illinois. And that stuff is so warm, you only have to put on one layer. It's really nice for that. So definitely, if you are in lookout for some less expensive camo that's really warm, that is way different than all the other companies, and it's not as bad as, say, Sitka, you know, those really expensive brands. It's the better quality, but it's not as expensive. So go check them out if you want, you know, to pay a little bit less if you're on the lookout for some new camo. Another thing this year, so we have the tree stand and the ground blinds. For gun season and maybe a little bit of bow, depending on where the deer are moving, we're going to be having redneck blinds. I have one already set up, and we got to get our second one set up. We have a new 6x8. I'm really excited about that. It came with, you know, chairs, the whole 9 yards, the whole system to get it up in the air. I'm really excited about that. We're just not going to put it in until about mid-October because we don't want to mess up the deer's pattern until I get a deer on the ground. So when we go to put that out, stay tuned for that video. We're going to be getting it set up, getting it looking good. I'm really excited for that. We're going to have them on the edge of the public so that we can shoot public and then shoot into our food plot, shoot up the lanes. That's going to be a really good setup. This year, more than any, I have way more bucks and better bucks. A lot of 2.5-year-old, 3.5-year-old bucks. I have one that I think could be 4, but I don't have any great footage of him since I think June, so we never really got to see what he turned into. But we have 2 or 3 really good bucks that we're going after. The first one, he's a 6-point that I think might end up being about 120. He could end up at Pope and Young, but I doubt it. He's just a touch small. With brow tines, he probably would have made it. But he's a 6-point, and we're calling him Mother Bucker. I believe he's 3.5. He's a really cool 6-point. Real tall G2s, real tall G3s, out past the ears, really good looking buck. And then we have another buck. He's a pretty good, he's an 8-point. I believe him to be 3.5. We're calling him Dale Valente. He is a very big buck. I'm hoping that he walks in, but God willing, you know, like it's not gonna happen without God. And God's gonna put the deer in front of me that he wants me to kill, or even to just shoot at and have failure. That's part of this. We're gonna fail, but we just gotta keep going out there and hope that we eventually ethically kill those deer. You know, I'd rather miss than wound a deer, but we're gonna ethically try to kill those deer this year, so stay tuned. You know, we got those bucks, and then we got a buck I called the 2-step buck. I thought I spooked him the day I was filming at my pond, but I don't think I did. He showed up that night, 3 hours later. He's, I think, a 7-point. He's got this really cool, on his one side, his main beam swoops real nice, and then on his G2, he has a little sticker off it. So I think he's about a 7-point. He might be an 8-point if that sticker ends up real nice. And then we have a handful of other bucks, just don't have names for, so I'm gonna roll that real quick. Just look at these bucks. Like last year, I had a lot of bucks that I knew made it, and then I'm like, hopefully they all, you know, stick around for this year. And as you can see, a lot of them did, and a lot of them ended up being really nice deer. Public land, it's gonna be great. I really can't wait to get into season. It's only 5 days away, or whatever it is. Today is, I believe, Tuesday. This will probably go up on a Wednesday. But yeah, stay tuned. Guys, this is going to be the best hunting season ever, and we're going to get into them, and we're going to kill some deer. Let's get into it, guys. Stay tuned, as we're going to kill a deer this weekend. I'll see you guys in the next video.